friends. Okay, so today's video, I'm just gonna talk about Holy Week. I know today is Wednesday, right, when this goes out, but if you're looking for some ideas on what to do on Holy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this is the video for you. So this is called the Triduum, and I'm just gonna go over kind of what we do to help prepare us for the coming of Jesus, which is Easter. So I actually do have some planners over on my website if you want to kind of follow along and get some ideas. So I have been doing these things for a while, so I will just kind of walk you through what I do. Please share what you guys do. I love this community. You are amazing, and you guys have such awesome comments that give so many more ideas. Thank you so much for commenting and sharing these videos and subscribing and all of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk you through the Triduum, but before I get into that, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I usually clean my house, like deep clean it, clean things I don't normally, like the oven and the fridge and all that. And then for some reason, Holy Week seems better. I just like, whenever my house is clean, I feel so much happier. So if you are looking for a spring cleaning little list, I have one over on my website. I'll link it down below, but it's just like things that you might not even think about, you know, like deep cleaning everything in your house. So that's what I do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I try to like not have music. I try to just like mentally get into the coming of Jesus, you know, and Holy Week and the Passion and all that. So I'll really start on Holy Thursday. So Holy Thursday is where the church, a lot of people go to Mass on Holy Thursday, and that is, you know, the Last Supper, where we go over the Last Supper, and usually the priest will wash a couple people's feet and all of that. It's amazing, it's beautiful, and honestly, I still clean on that day, like in the morning, but I kind of prepare bread in the morning. Like I'll make bread. I have a bread maker. So, and my kids love fresh baked bread. So I'll actually make the dough in the bread maker, and then I'll actually just like bake it in the oven. And I just like how it turns out better, and it's a little healthier that way. And the reason that I do that is because we actually don't go to Mass on Holy Thursday. It's not a holy day of obligation, and our kids are pretty little, and so it's hard. I cannot wait till my kids are old enough and we can all go on Holy Thursday. And I think that we would still do these things, but pretty much what we do is we will stay home and we'll read the readings from Mass that day. And while we are listening to Eric, my husband, he reads them, we will have bread and grape juice, which is like the bubbly kind. It looks like it's wine because it's in the wine bottle, but it's actually juice. And so we'll just make clear that that is not really Jesus or anything like that. Like only the priest can do that. And it's such a good teachable moment when we do this at home, because we let them know only the priest can do that. And you know, all these great things about the Catholic faith are teachable moments, right? So we'll go over the readings. We'll usually have some bread that I had baked that day, or sometimes I'll go to the store and pick up bread, like fresh baked bread. And then we'll have like the sparkly juice. We'll go over all that. And then we will wash the kids' feet. We all pick names out of a hat, and everybody washes each other's feet, even Eric and I. And it's just like a really neat moment for our family, and we talk about that. We discuss why we wash each other's feet with the kids. Even if we did go to Mass on Holy Thursday, I think we would still do all these traditions, because kids are so good with hands-on, like feeling things, tasting things. They're so into their senses that these are some really amazing things. And then I'll usually have something like lasagna that's super easy that you just put in the oven, and then we can do our activities while dinner is being made, right? Or like a crock pot meal is great too, but that way we can like focus on the Mass readings and just having that family time together. So that's what we do on a Holy Thursday. And I usually, during the day, if I haven't finished cleaning my entire house, deep cleaning, that's when I continue doing the deep cleaning. So Good Friday is the day where we fast, so that we fast on 2 very small meals. And both the small meals should be less than 1 full meal. And then one at dinner, we have a full meal. And so, so that is a day where I usually don't have a lot of energy. I'm gonna be really honest. And so hopefully I'm done with my cleaning by that time. but it's more like I will go outside and I will just like be in the wilderness. I'll maybe do my gardening. I will just like have very little noise, you know, no music, background noise. It's usually really painfully hard for me to like not have, you know, a podcast going or music, but that's okay. It's supposed to be a little bit challenging, especially on Friday. And the main thing, obviously, on Good Friday is Jesus died that day. And we are really honing in on like the sacrifice and the love that he has for us. My husband, who usually takes the day off of work, he will be home, and usually around the 2 to 3 o'clock hour, we will watch some of the Passion. We've never really got through the full Passions, but we'll kind of skip around and we'll watch the Passion, and it is so good. It's so good. And then at church, they have what's called the Veneration of the Cross. And so what you can do is you go to the service, and pretty much you are going, they do mass readings and all of that, Bible readings, and then they have a cross. And so usually you go as if you were going to communion, and you go up and you touch the cross, and that's where you tell God how much you love him and thank you so much. So it's just kind of like taking a time out of that day to like be with him in church. And so that is the Veneration of the Cross. We always do Stations of the Cross on Good Friday. And then also on Good Friday is the Divine Mercy. That's when the novena starts. And I have a whole video on how to do that. And if you've never prayed the Divine Mercy, I have a video on that. I have a whole bunch of resources over on my website. This is the Divine Mercy Novena, and pretty much it says day 1, which is Good Friday. It gives you like a little what we're praying for that day. There's actual prayers, which you can find on my website as well. And so every single day, there are certain prayers that we're praying for. And so then on Divine Mercy Sunday, you want to receive the communion at Mass. So that's kind of the big thing. And you want to go to confession before Divine Mercy Sunday. And then you receive all these graces, very powerful, amazing prayer. So I have this over on my website, so you can kind of just like cross it off each day so you can follow along. But the actual prayers are a little bit longer, but you can do that with your family. We do that as a family. So that starts on Good Friday, and I highly, it's not, you don't have to do it, but a lot of Catholics do it. It is beautiful and powerful and amazing. So that's Good Friday. There's a lot that you can do that day. Obviously the 3 o'clock hour is very important on Good Friday. So a lot of people will do the Divine Mercy Chaplet at that time, or Stations of the Cross. That's when Jesus died on the cross, was at the 3 o'clock hour. So it is a very holy hour. And so during that hour, most Catholics kind of take time away and they pray, and they just really dive into prayer on the 3 o'clock hour. So that is Friday, like what we do in our family. And then we have Holy Saturday. And a lot of people are like, I don't really know what to do for Holy Saturday because Jesus is dead. Not, you know, it's a full day of like, what do I do? So typically what you want to do is not do a lot of extra things, right? So what our family does, we'll like have very little electronics, if any. We'll go on walks, we'll play outside a lot, maybe garden as a family. And then in the afternoon, that's usually when we'll start prepping for Easter. And so I'll do the boiled eggs. I'll make, we'll dye the Easter eggs usually in the afternoon after Maria's nap. And then me and Bella, she's my little sidekick, she loves decorating. So we'll bring out all our springtime things, which are, you know, bunnies and eggs and chicks and, you know, all our little decorations. And so Bella will help me with that. We'll put our flowers out. It's just kind of one of those things, we're getting ready for Jesus, right? And so so we'll set up our whole table. We have this huge, beautiful layout of our table, and then I'll start baking on Saturday night. And usually it's like brunch things that, you know, that we'll have for brunch the next morning. I'll get everything all prepped and ready so that in the morning we can just relax and go to Mass and do all the Easter baskets and all of that. So so that's what we do on Easter, is just kind of prepare for Sunday so that I can just like fully be into Easter Mass and the fun of Easter. And then Sunday morning we do resurrection rolls. That's kind of our big thing. We'll obviously go to Mass on Sunday, and we will go find baskets and Easter eggs and all of that. We do that with our kids. So that's what we do for the Triduum. It is really amazing. It is neat to share these things with our families, with our kids, to have these traditions. They're so awesome. And like I said, if you want to like plan, I'll put these down below. Like there's a little planners so you can start planning, or you know, coming up with new ideas and stuff too. So wonderful. Oh, on Saturday night, I'll also put outfits out. So what they're gonna wear for Easter morning, so that it's less chaotic and stuff. So anyway, that's what we do. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.